Good afternoon, class. You are welcome for this session. Today what we are going to look at is legal responsibilities and insurance for businesses. Our case is in South Sudan. So I know most of you are business owners, and this is a very important aspect in improving your business. And my name, who is going to take you through this training session, is Butti. I'm a managing partner for MIT Partners for South Sudan Operations. We carry this kind of trainings basically to improve skills of entrepreneurs in order to ensure that their business operations are run better. So before we move further, I'd like to also know you by your names and probably the businesses you are running. You're welcome. Yes.
Thank you. My name is Zamba Lionel, and I do business in the field of telecommunications and ICT services, technical support and consultancy.
I'm Willa Lucia. I offer tutoring services to students.
And you?
My name is Kisibu Ugo. My business is about clothing.
Selling clothing? Second-hand or?
First class clothing for men.
Okay.
My name is Joel Kokuni. I'm a career insurer. I run insurance advisory and risk management services.
So consultants in insurance or selling insurance in simple? Is that
basically true? I do both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you. So we are going to look at what legal responsibilities you have. Since you are running business in South Sudan, there is no way that you can run away from legal responsibilities in these businesses. Yeah. So we look. The content we shall have is an introduction. We look at taxes. We shall look at licenses and permits. We'll look at labor laws and also issues of insurance in our businesses. Now, in every country, there are laws and regulations that every business have to follow. In South Sudan, similarly, laws and regulations exist. And whoever is running business, you must ensure that you should be able to comply with these laws and regulations. Once you don't comply with the laws and regulations, there are fines and penalties that can arise by non-compliance, and this will be so detrimental to your business. You can get the fines, penalties, and even some businesses have been shut. I think in your day-to-day activities you have seen in town sometimes the tax authorities could come and shut businesses because of non-compliance. So you don't want to enter into that. So briefly, in South Sudan, when we look at taxes, there are a number of taxes, but I've picked key tax that applies to almost all businesses in South Sudan. One of the key tax that is very relevant to any of you here is that income tax. And the income tax is divided into two: business profit tax and personal income tax. The business profit is the tax that is levied on the profit you make as a business. Now, whenever you employ people, the law also requires that the salaries you pay have to be deducted for taxes. So once you have employees, you make sure that you deduct the taxes and remit them. And this is done at least every month on the 15th of every month. Once you, for like this month, we are talking of end of September, by 15th of October, you should be able to file this. So the other tax that is relevant is value added tax. This is tax which is on sale of goods. And excise duty is mainly for those businesses that are involved in manufacturing. So for those of us who import goods from the neighboring regions or even outside, once your goods come into South Sudan, they are subject to import duties. The other aspect that we have to be very knowledgeable about is license and permits. It depends on the type of business you do, but commonly there are too many licenses that every business, should be able to pay. You may pay business operations license and also trading license. So some will pay business operation license and others will pay the trading license, depend on the category of businesses. There are other licenses which are specific to industries, but they are not limited. So for example, if you are doing business in South Sudan in oil and gas, there is a license that is granted by the Ministry of Petroleum. That is oil and gas service license. Now for those who are, like you said, you are in the internet and telecommunications, ICT, broadcasters, their licenses, the Ministry of Information Postal Communications normally grant licenses, like for the FM stations, TV stations. So those are specialized or specific, licenses that you need to get. That is besides having those operations licenses. These are general. Then also there's the mobile network operators license. Those who may want to invest in mobile telecommunication services. You have a drug shop, there is also a license specific for that. Now let me turn to you. In your various businesses, which licenses are relevant to you as a business? Which licenses have you been paying? Or if you have never paid, you should know that time will come that the city authorities or state authorities or even the tax authorities themselves will knock on your door. So what you need to look at is that think about what licenses are relevant for your business, and try to make sure that you're able to get this license in place. If you don't have it, you are running a very high risk of closing your operations. So Joel, which license do you pay for the insurance services?
I basically operate as a broker, so I have to pay a broker license with the
Broker license.
Insurance Regulatory Authority.
Okay.
I also have to pay operations license with the city authority.
Okay. So you with your clothing business?
Actually I do pay operation licenses with the city council.
Yes.
And also have to pay the income licenses, the taxes also too. Once goods are imported, then I have to also pay like in the borders. I also pay once
The custom taxes for import.
For import,
Okay. So I think we can move forward. Now the other aspect that we have to be very careful about is the labor laws. Because in most of our businesses we employ people, and the labor law is one of the most serious laws that we have to make sure that we follow. Now the labor laws include critical things that you need to be aware about. Employment hours. How many hours do you give for your employees to work? For the labor laws of South Sudan currently, in a week maximum it's 40 hours. So that means from Monday to Friday, every day maximum 8 hours. Child labor. Do you employ kids, children in your businesses? The law has regulations, guidance on how you involve children in your business operations. So for South Sudan case, I think it's 14 years. Any kid who is 14 years you can employ, but the kind of work you give should be a kind of work that should not be able to impede them from their other rights as a children. Basically to enhance their growth. Employee health and safety. There are regulations within the labor laws articles that is seriously requiring you to ensure that employees are healthy and safe. Do you give them health insurance? Do you have fire extinguishers? Do you make sure that your business environment is very clean? Yeah. Do you have first aid facilities within your business facilities in case employees get accident? Those are some of the things. The labor law also requires you to pay gratuity. Yeah. Grant of leave, you should be able to give leave. Yeah, like annual leave, paternity, and then also you are required to pay national social insurance to employees. These are all in the labor laws. Now, insurance is mandatory in certain businesses. For example, those who have vehicles, it's mandatory that you must have motor third party insurance. But there are also other insurances that you can take voluntarily as a business. This is to ensure that your business is secured against some financial losses. For example, properties which you have in your businesses, stock, vehicles, you can have it insured against theft or accident. Yeah, damage caused by fire or accident. Your employees and family can also be insured against accident and medical expenses. This picture you see here is a live and practical example of a friend who is doing business with one of the agencies, UN agencies in South Sudan. This truck is taking foodstuff, and the truck caught fire, and this happened in Awil. The truck is moving from Awil to Nyamlel. This truck caught fire, and the goods which got burnt here was valued as around $41,000. He has to pay. He had to pay. Unfortunately, he didn't take insurance, and he had to get that money from his reserves of the business. So you can see the importance of taking an insurance against some of the risks in your business. So as an assignment, as you go back to your businesses, I'd like you to identify all the legal responsibilities you need to fulfill. So you can refer to several other sources of laws and regulations within South Sudan. Try to think and go through, seek even your legal advisors to give you advice on it, what you need to take note of as a legal responsibility. Thank you for this session.